Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in today. My name is Devony Telesford, and I will be presenting on the advocacy and social justice in America's education system, diversity, leadership, and management. Let's dive in. America's vast cultural diversity and continuous battles with racial, socio-economic, and linguistic inequalities make it an intrinsic case study for studying advocacy and social justice in education. Examining how diversity is handled and promoted through advocacy activities is made easier by the complicated topography of the American educational system, which reflects issues of equality, leadership, and management. Now, why did I choose the United States? I have chosen the United States of America due to its stated fundamental values of democracy and equality, which are frequently challenged by enduring inequalities. Civil rights movements throughout the nation's history, including the Civil Rights Act, the Brown v. Board of Education ruling, and more recent activity, demonstrate the continuing struggle for social justice. Lawson Billings, 2006. Difference in ethnicity, language, and socio-economic status among student populations also call for creative leadership, techniques to advance inclusivity. Diversity and leadership practices in American schools. While the degree of success varies, case by case, a variety of leadership techniques have been used in some U.S. schools in an attempt to promote social justice and equality. These include transformational leadership, distributed leadership, and cultural-sensitive leadership, each of which emphasize a distinct facet of social justice and activism. Transformational leadership, leaders encourage systematic change by fronting injustice and enabling employers and students to work towards social justice objectives. Distributive leadership focuses on the shared accountability of community stakeholders, educators, and administrators in addressing inequality. Culturally responsive leadership. In order to promote inclusive curricula and practices, leaders encourage and acknowledge and capitalize on the cultural backgrounds of the students. Management of diversity. Effective diversity management involves policies promoting equity, such as bilingual or multilingual education programs, affirmative action, and inclusive cultural sensitive discipline practices. Schools increasingly adopt data-driven approaches to identify and address achievement gaps. Leadership training programs now emphasize social justice competencies, preparing educators to navigate and advocate within diverse settings. To conclude, what drew me to the American model? What drew me to the American model was still far from being a total success story. The appeal of America's diversity leadership practices lies in its emphasis on inclusion and community engagement. The country's history of activism demonstrates that the leadership in education is not only administrative, but also deeply rooted in advocacy, mobilizing resources, influencing policy, and fostering social change. These practices serve as models for other nations seeking to address their own disparities. So I will now open the floor for questions. Thank you for listening.